Hey, Ethan, good question. Let's take a look at her. All right, it says mark the congruent parts. Again, same questions, right? And so it says KM is parallel to JP, and that's marked already. Now, when you have that, all those angles, same side interior, corresponding alternate interior and alternate exterior, those rules apply if you have parallel lines. So if you look at KM parallel to JP, those are my parallel lines. JM is transversal. This angle right here and this angle right there have to be congruent because if lines are parallel, alternate interior angles are congruent. Now, if you look at the other, because I noticed that there are other parallel lines, KJ is parallel to MP. All right, well, this is a transversal that goes through those lines as well. So if you look at these angles right there, this angle right here, and this angle up here, those are congruent angles. Struggling with my arc marks again. That's supposed to be arc marks. Okay, so those, if lines are parallel, then alternate interior angles are congruent. So that's why I can mark those. And last piece, and you probably have it by now, JM is congruent to JM because there are sides of the triangle on the top and the triangle on the bottom. All right, so now what do we have? We have two angles and a side. We're at that same question. Is that side included between the two angles or not included? All right, let's look at the triangle on the top. Here's the double arc mark. Here's the single arc mark. Did you notice I went along JM? That side's included between those two angles. Let's check the bottom triangle. This angle here, this angle over there, again, it's in between. That's what I use for included, in between. Some students don't like that, and we have to do more with that. So you let me know if you don't understand that, what I mean by included, but that is certainly included. So these two triangles are congruent. My reason is going to be oh, look at that one. ASA, because that side is included between those two angles. Okay. And now I got to make sure I have the correspondences correct. K in the triangle at the top, well, that's going to have to correspond to P, right? Correspond, match up is what I've had some students say in the past. Whatever, if you feel like correspond is a good enough word, then you don't need a new one. M is the single arc mark angle on the triangle on the top. J is the single arc marked angle on the triangle on the bottom. So this is a J. And then I'm just checking. The last one for the triangle on the top is, so it goes KMJ. J is the double arc mark. So the double arc mark on the one on the bottom has to be it. Now, there'll be some students say, I think you made a mistake, because doesn't J for the triangle on the top have to correspond to J on the triangle on the bottom? And the answer would be no. Look at where the arc marks are. Okay, so the letters don't always have to match up, but you have to have this in this order, and your reason is ASA. Thank you for asking that question. The questions that you asked today, I really appreciate it, Ethan. Thank you, and I'm sending this out to you right now.